All right, cool. Fantastic, guys. Welcome to MBTV. If you're new to this channel, we pretty much do live streams, pretty much about personal growth, development, wellness, happiness, fulfillment, success, dating, relationships by yours truly. And we have a whole bunch of other, topics that we do dating, not dating, but typology, psychology, very important topics for your self-development, your personal awareness. Today's topic is why your direct environment is important, right? Importante, important to how motivated you become, how successful you are in your own life. Your environment is key. And if it's something that I'm really big on, it's environment and how our environment shapes who we are, right? It doesn't take, a crazy philosophy to believe that your life is just so driven by your environmental factors and the variables that are within your life. And so personally, I've always had kind of an issue. Like for me, it was understanding that, like how to control it. Because for me, I always knew from a very young age that I was very susceptible to my environment. And as I grow older, it just got more and more annoying. People would come into my life. I'm like, I don't want you in my life. Get out. Or, things, careers, whatever. I'm just talking about people in this situation, which is a big role, the social environment, right? So I kind of grew up more and more frustrated that it's not just about life, putting people in your life, but it's about life giving you opportunities, putting people in your life, and kind of like life stepping back and seeing what you do. Life kind of saying, is Daniel going to really invite this negative person in his life? Let's see. I threw it at him. Let's see what he does, right? And in my mind, I kind of see life as this entity that experiments with people's decision making. And if it's one thing that I've learned is that countless people will be attracted to all right, I'll back up for a second. Everybody's trying to go up and up and up, or become more and more vibrant, more and more happy, positive, and fulfilled. And there's a lot of people, and as you do this, right, unilaterally, as you become more of this empowered person, right, you're going like this. People want to, snag onto you. People want to snag onto you and go along with the process. So we have a lot of people in our life who are really they're just kind of there. And there's people in our life that we have fun with, but they really don't serve us, and they're really not serving themselves being in a friendship or relationship with us. I find this all the time when I work with clients who are in a relationship, or as I'm trying to help people discover where it's, because there's a lot of people out there who will say to me, not even just working with me, but who will say to me, Dan, I just don't know what's going on in my life. And so we're exploring the different dimensions of their life that they're having issues with. Oh, it's not your finances. It's not your career. What about your friends? What do your friends look like? Oh, my friends are the buddies at the bar. Oh, there you go. Right. So, you can kind of think about where you are in this situation as far as the kind of people that you have in your life, not necessarily the people, but the living environment maybe that you're in, right? Is it healthy? Right? Is it supporting a motivational mindset? Right? Think about how your environment is a trigger to how you think. Right? So is your environment, your social environment, your supportive environment, meaning your support, how you support yourself environmentally? Right? Are you living in a space where you feel like you're most maximized? Do you have people in your life who are collaborating with you and enjoying each other's time in the process, right? Or are you kind of just letting life throw people kind of at you, or things at you, experiences at you, and you're like, you know what, this guy's good enough. I'm just gonna let him in my life. Or, whatever the case may be, who's really in control here? And so I'm always talking about this this thing that I have clients do, this thing that I always tell people to do to really kind of help yourself really become in control of what comes in and what's out, who takes up space and rent in your mind, in your life, and who you can just kick out and then allow someone else to come in for a positive way. So there's this theory that I call box theory, and you literally just take a piece of paper, or if you want to be serious, you take a whiteboard, draw a big square, you write, friends. First, I would start off with it, and it has to be super detailed. You want to put everything in this space that you possibly can, positive and negative, and put a positive and negative next to it. So you could just say, my room, positive, negative. My friend Allie, positive or negative. My job, positive or negative. My girlfriend or boyfriend, positive, negative. My sex life, positive, negative. My, whatever. You just make the most detailed list, right, of all the things that are in your life to your awareness at that particular point. And what you'll find is that you're going to have a huge randomness of a whole bunch of different things. I mean, it's okay if you organize this, but the point is you don't really organize this. You throw it up on this within this square, and the square represents your life, right? You can make it a circle if you want. I mean, whatever floats your boat. So the point is here that people really don't realize and don't take the personal responsibility to say, hey, there's a lot of these variables within my life that I'm seeing that I wrote down that I am in control of. I can totally just say, I don't want to be friends with Martha. She's a negative Nancy. I don't want to be friends with Martha anymore because she keeps telling me that, my life purpose and what I want to give back to the world sucks and it's not cool. And if she doesn't support that, then, maybe I shouldn't be friends with her. So then you can take Martha out of your life, right? I don't know any Marthas, by the way. But so it's really like as simple as that. And then like becoming aware of the fact that you can legitimately kind of take control of your environment and say, you know what, the living space that I'm in is really not benefiting what I really want for myself. What do I want for myself? And then make the change. Or say, hey, I'm always hanging out with these group of guys or girls, but they're not living life purposely, or they're not really like, there's no synergy really, and I'm just wasting my time, or I'm just, we're having fun, but like, am I really growing as a person? Am I moving forward? Right? You have to look at your values, what you want in your future to present moment. I always do this when you talk about future, right? Because you want your future to happen now. So you have to kind of ask yourself, is your environment a direct kind of motivator to have your future happen in this moment, the lifestyle you want now, right? And so are your friends representative of that? Is your living space representative of that? Are your environmental, experiences day to day representative of that? There's just so much that comes into play when it comes to your environment and what you expose yourself to. We receive so much information day to day, and I can't but help to think how much I'm not aware of, aside from what I know. Every day I'm discovering that there's more and more that I do that I don't want to do, right? There's more and more, as each day goes by, as I carry on with my life, there's more. I'm like, shoot, I almost go like, it's almost like I'm in a room full of like, all right, so imagine there's like a room, right, full of cockroaches, but all the, within the room are tons of spaces where cockroaches can hide. And like, as I walk, every day I get to walk like around the room in a certain way where I get to see where the cockroaches are hiding. And the cockroaches in this metaphor would represent the things that like I really don't like, the way in which I'm being, or the way in which I'm receiving life or interacting with life. And so like, one day, let's just say I walk down a certain way in this huge room and I find 10 cockroaches, and I'm just like, shoot, like I don't want these 10 cockroaches to be in my room, this room, because this is like, it would be like my life would be the room. You go and you crush those cockroaches. Like I just want to make sure that, I'm doing what I want to do, and I want to do what most brings me happiness, right? And you want to kind of double check and kind of like walk through your own life in a more serious way. You're not only responsible for how you affect other people, but more importantly, how you affect yourself. And I'm going to change this real quick, but I just find that to be like so essential, so important. By the way, guys, if you have any questions, you just hop on and, I can, answer a question or something. But, not only, the environment not only affects your health, but it affects your success. It helps you move forward. A lot of people are, most people are affected by their environment in a very profound way. It's just that we don't think about it as being profound, because, you know, your mind can be in a totally different place than being, you know, connected to your environment. And then like one day you can realize and wake up and say, oh my God, like I'm surrounded by all these negative people. Like I don't want that anymore for myself. You know, subconsciously a lot goes on. It starts with very physical variables, very physical connections with the things that we have. You know, like maybe me getting used to the lamp being right there is not going to be as beneficial to my happiness as if I put it over there, you know, or where I want it to be. You know, like something really basic and crazy, like that's exaggerating, but you get my point. You know, like let's just say I have a friend in my life that's really like, that hurts me. You know, there's plenty of people out there that would love to be my friend if they met me, and, you know, and be positive, right? There's, you know, and a positive influence in my life, a positive collaborator. So my point here is, you know, there's so much that goes into play when we're talking about your environment. You know, it's almost like this should be on a checklist sheet of like, you know, let's just say you have something that like you're really trying to discover about yourself, or you're trying to overcome a challenge. This should be on the list of things that you check through to make sure that it's not that, right? Like when a mechanic works on their car and like the engine blew, or the engine's like weird, right? And the mechanic wants to fix the engine. You know, he probably has a list in his mind already that's like, all right, is it this, or is it that, or is it that? Oh, cool, your environment? Okay, maybe it's the environment. You know, so, you know, that's my point here, that, you know, your environment is like one of those things where you got to make sure that, you know, your environment is representing who you are. Your environment is not only what you want it to be, how you thrive, because you remember, you want to be in a position where you're thriving. So if your environment is wasting your time, is not necessarily positive or conducive to what you want, you know, to your purpose, to your mission, to what you want in your physical life, right? Let's just say you want to make $10 million, right? Well, odds are, you know, your environment is not ideal for that to happen, right? You haven't built a culture within your environment to match that goal of $10 million. Because remember, everything in life is like an equation. And so if you want anything, you're welcome, Rose Gold, Rose. But anyway, so do you get my point though? It's like your environment fits into the equation of what you want for yourself. And that's really important. I think that's something that you really need to take away from in this video, is that like if you want to get to a certain place, a goal, whatever it is, you not only have to be a match to yourself for the environment you want, but you have to really fight for it. You have to battle for the things and how you want to be. The more I grow older, the more I really work on myself, the more I realize that everything is like this huge like Lord of the Rings battle, right? Like imagine imagine every day you wake up and imagine the movie The Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers, right? And at the very end, there's this huge fight scene, and it looks like they're not going to win, but then like at the end of that battle scene, you know, horses from Rivendell or Rohan come, and then they, sorry, it's Gondor, I think. Gondor, yeah. Gondor helps at the very last minute with Gandalf. Gandalf brings them. They destroy the orcs and all, you know, Sauron's army. My point is though, imagine waking up every morning and like you're like automatically positioned into like a fight scene, right? You're about to, you know, battle life, and you may not necessarily win or lose, but how you play the battle and, you know, how you grow every day to be stronger for the battle that you know that's coming tomorrow is how you are really going to move forward, right? Lord of the Rings reference, I know, but I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. Like for me personally, it's like a battle, and it feels like a battle. You know, I battle to, you know, put a drive and, you know, really resonate with my focus, because I lose focus a lot. You know, being, you know, ENFPs, like, yeah, I lose my focus a ton, but I battle that. You know, I battle to be productive and motivated as I am. You know, I battle to make sure that the people in my life, you know, represent some kind of positive intention, right? I literally just stopped talking to a girl that I really wanted to see long term, and she didn't resonate. Like, she didn't believe in the purpose that I have. She doesn't believe in like what I do with coaching and consulting and helping people in the world. I'm like, you know what? You can't support my purpose. This isn't going to work out. Like, and for me, you know, it took me a lot to build up to like being able to disconnect from opportunities. But, you know, it's a battle. Again, you know, I have so many personal battles. Everything's personal, right? If you're yourself. But like, there's just so many battles that I play in, and that I'm now winning in, and I'm triumphing. And, you know, it feels great to be in control. It feels great because I know that these decisions and what I'm working towards with my personal progress with my environment is in turn helping people, you know, in my environment at the same time. So regardless, you know, you should always strive towards not only being in control of your environment, making sure that your environment is a match to what you want, but make sure that that if you have particular things that you want to happen in your life, goals that you have, make sure that your environment really plays an important role if that happens, right? It's almost like, you know, communication is 90% body language, and your environment is a really big benefactor to your personal success, your results, your progress, you know, how far you get to the journey that you want for yourself, you know. So it's just food for thought, guys. I'm going to end this here because it is past the amount of time that I wanted to talk about in this video. So if you have comments or questions about this topic, remember to comment down below, like my videos, because there's a lot of people in this channel who do not like me, even though it's really great content, and because it's just not Damon. So remember, I'm calling you out. Like that like button, subscribe, reach out to me, comment. You know, if you have a question for me, if you want me to do a video of some sorts, you know, just drop down a comment saying, hey, do a video on this topic, and I will do a video on it. And I'm trying to get Damon in more of these random live streams. There's just tons of content that's coming out your way, guys. I'm writing like 14 to 20 articles a month now. So you make sure that you capitalize on that. You can find them at our website, myersbricks.com or mbtvcoach.com. We have both domains. I'm writing tons of content that are like 2,000 plus words. And, you know, I'm putting my heart and soul into that content. I'm writing a PDF book about, you know, dating and relationships, and that's a surprise. So when I'm 3/4 of the way there, that will be slowly coming out into visibility. So anyway, I hope you guys like this video. I will talk to you next time. Take care. Cheers.